Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Kristen and today is the mystery box challenge. So if you guys are new and you don't know what the mystery box challenge is, Courtney from Creative on the Cheap came up with this, and there is 8 of us YouTubers and we sent each other a mystery box, 2 of them being challenge items. We are just going to jump into this. This is all Dollar Tree items, so we are going to see what is in my box. So Caitlin from Crafts by Caitlin sent me my box, and then I sent Natalie from Design to the Nines, I sent her box. There'll be a playlist in the description box below, so you can check out all of our videos, see what our challenge items are. This is such a fun challenge. I absolutely love doing this. We do this every other month now. Excited. So let's just jump into this. I'm a little under the weather, so I probably sound and I'm like but we're gonna get through it, you guys. We're definitely gonna get through it. So she sent me a card. I never send cards with my mystery boxes because I just never have cards ever. It says, I'm excited to be doing another mystery box challenge. I wrapped the challenge items in blue. I can't wait to see what your video and what you do with them. From Caitlin. So that was sweet. All right, so it's a pretty decent sized box. I have not even looked. So let's jump in. Oh my gosh, she wrapped everything. Okay, so I want to jump right into my challenge items. So there's 2 right here. Let's see what they are. I hope they're not as bad as what I sent Natalie. All right. Oh, okay. So wooden picks. This is going to be a pretty fun challenge item. So that's not too bad. And this is my other challenge item. Now this is a challenge item. I have to come up with something for this, so it might not be as hard as I think. I don't know. So there are these little corn tray sets. Those are my 2 challenge items. I have to use them. Okay, so like I said, she wrapped everything, so we're just gonna dive in. So it looks like she sent me a Hexagon Planter. Oh, it must have broke a little bit in the mail, but that'll be okay. Okay, I'm curious, is this from Dollar Tree? I'm not really sure, but that is super cute. I actually really like this, and I kind of have an idea for it maybe already. She sent me these. I am so excited for this, and they come in, I think these are all separate. So you get like this larger one and then a medium and a smaller one. I've been looking everywhere for these. I kind of thought they were bigger when people show them in their hauls, but I'm super excited for this because I actually know exactly what I'm going to do with these. Oh, she sent me one of these little Wi-Fi is on the house password with a little chalkboard. All right, she also sent a little DIY Wind Chime Kit. That's really cute. I think my kids would really like these, so I might actually have to go look for some for my kids to do. A non-slip rug. I'm laughing because I actually sent Natalie this as well, so because I didn't know what to do with it. So now it comes back to me. And then she also sent this Sweet Dreams frame. Is this from Dollar Tree too? I feel like that her Dollar Tree is just a little bit better than mine, and we're like so close to each other. So, well, not close, but you know, we're on the East Coast. So that is really cool. I love this frame. Obviously it has to be from the Dollar Tree. I don't know why I keep going, oh my gosh, is this from the dollar store? Okay, you know what? Okay, this isn't going to be as bad. I'm like, forks and spoons. These are actually really cute for the 4th of July. So anyways, a 12 Culture set is what this one was. All right, and the last thing she sent me was this photo frame right here. This is actually kind of cute. I would have never really thought to buy this, but I kind of like this. So all right, you guys, that is everything in my mystery box. I'm super excited to get started with these. So let's just dive right into the video. Like I said, the playlist will be in the description box below. So make sure you watch everybody's videos. They're so fun. I love the part where everyone unboxes their stuff. Mine may not be as fun just because I feel like crud, but the show must go on. So anyways, let's figure out what to do with these. So to start out with this DIY, I'll be using these 3 wood boxes. And like I said, I knew exactly what I was going to do with these when I got them. I had these little mini shot glasses. That's just what we're going to call them, little shot glasses. I picked these up at the Dollar Tree, just painting them in the Waverly chalk paint and ink. And they only needed 1 good coat, which was always nice. I love when I can just paint things with 1 coat. And I needed those because I'm making like a cute little 3-tier tray. So when I got this all done, you're going to see that I barely decorated it because I've got to find some small stuff to go inside. I might actually move things around and add some succulents or something fun like that. But all I did was just hot glue the little shot glasses right to the center, and then I just kept adding the boxes until I had a cute 3-tier tray. And this is what it looks like. I didn't have to do a whole lot of painting. I just think this is a really cute, fun DIY to do. Next DIY, I'll be using the 2021 frame along with the little wooden utensils, and I'm just going to be using a spoon, a fork, and a knife, and then I'm just going to go in with the Waverly chalk paint and ink, and I'm going to be painting all 3 of these utensils the same. I just wanted black. I also did go back and do the back sides, but I just thought I wouldn't show that because that's kind of boring, I guess. So now I'm going into the frame, painting it Waverly chalk paint in white. And I just kind of wanted to make this like a little farmhouse type sign using some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I'm just tracing the back side of the frame, cutting this out, and then I'm going to use the amazing glue stick. This is by Crazy Art. You can pick up any kind of glue stick. I just prefer this when I do scrapbook paper. I never have issues, but I know some people will say that they do, but I just enjoy using this way more than Mod Podge. In one, it dries faster, and I can just put together my project in no time. I did grab some sandpaper and just distress the edges of the frame. I thought this just made it more farmhousey, and I just thought this looked a lot nicer. It was kind of like a more, I don't know, it just gave it a little bit of extra instead of making it so plain. But I loved how nice and distressed this ended up looking. And then once everything was in the frame, I did have these like wall decals left over. I can't remember how many years ago I got them, but I just cut out a couple letters that say eat, and I just put that right at the top, and then just hot glued my utensils. And I just did a fork, a knife, spoon. Is this the way that utensils go? I don't know, but I thought that this looked great, so I chose to use it like this. And that is all I did with this, and I think this turned out super cute, and it was super easy to make. So for this, I'll be using the Hexagon Planter, and this rug under leg is what it's called, along with some caulk from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to be putting the caulk all over the side of the little Hexagon Planter. And then I'm just going to take I want to call it a spatula. I know that's not what it's called. I know what they're called. I'm not, I use these all the time. Putty knives. It's a putty knife. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to go with that one. So our spackle knife, whatever we want to call it. I can call it a spatula. We can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'm going to be going around kind of smoothing out the edges. They don't have to be perfect because I'm going to end up putting that non-slip mat right over the top just to give it some texture. I thought this was just kind of like a fun little way to get some kind of different texture out of a dollar store planner. So I just put it all the way around. And then this took a day or so to dry, but once it was dry, I just went to my garage and spray painted it with this chalked charcoal spray paint. I like using spray paint just because it just is so much faster to do. Maybe I should have picked a different color, but I was really feeling this like charcoal farmhouse color, and you can always add like fun colored flowers or greenery, anything in here. And I think this turned out super cute. I just used a bunch of ferns from the Dollar Tree and some of their like fuzzy spring florals. I think this is actually one of my favorite like floral pieces I've put together. I just think this turned out so fun, and I just absolutely love the way this turned out. Next, I'll be using this Wind Chime Waverly Chalk Paint ink once again, and I'm just going to flip the little sign or the little wind chime wood piece over, and I'm just going to be painting it with the Waverly chalk paint and ink. And then I'm also going to be using Arteza in gray and Arteza acrylic paint in silver, and I'm just gonna be going around trying to make it just a little bit more galvanized. I think this kind of left like a different effect versus galvanized, but I still really like the way that it turned out, so I really wasn't disappointed. Next, I just grabbed this Sweet Dreams frame, and I just ripped the flowers right off and then added some scrapbook paper on here. The scrapbook paper didn't really cover the entire back, but you can barely tell, but this is all the scrapbook paper I had left, so I just really wanted to put it to good use, and so I just wanted it to be the back side. I used hot glue. I don't know why. I probably should have just used the good old hot glue gun. I did use a hot glue gun. I could have just used regular, like a glue stick, but I don't know what I was thinking this day. And then I'm just using a rub-on transfer from Dollar Tree, putting it right in the center. And I love the way this looks on like the black and the silver. I think it's really pretty. And then I'm just going in with some white with like a really awful kid paintbrush, but I like the effects that it looked in. It kind of just, what are we going to say? It just kind of made it like pop just a little bit. Then adding some more of these fuzzy flowers, or I'm going to use some more of these. I am just going to put them on the top of this little mason jar to make a cute little bouquet sign. And then I just add a cute little burlap bow just to cover kind of like the ends of the florals. The little bow came from Burlap Fabric. They have some really cute like burlap decor or crafts. I guess it's not really decor. Some of it is, but I think this turned out really cute, and I am just super happy with the way this turned out. You could definitely paint the frame, but I just really liked the wood color, so definitely left it for me. Okay, let's go into the challenge items now. So I'm starting out with these toothpicks, and I have to tell you, I'm going to give all the credit to my daughter Scarlett on both of these DIYs. So I'm going to use this koala gray and paint the toothpicks, and then I'm just using Waverly chalk paint, using the Wi-Fi sign, painting that in the Waverly chalk paint in white. Scarlett actually helped me paint the toothpicks, and she thought that I could make a windmill out of them. I was kind of stumped. I was trying to make like vases, and it just wasn't really working out for me. So I did just end up making a windmill. I just kind of laid them out, and then I just cut the toothpicks down to what I thought would actually look like a windmill. And then I just used a circle wood piece for this center. It came in like a big giant bag from Dollar Tree with like wood pieces. It was like a fun little goodie wooden bag full of fun. And then I thought this looked plain if I didn't paint the insides, so I just went in with the gray once again. This is called Koala Gray, and I'm just going to be painting the insides, and I just thought this looked way better than just leaving it the way it was. And I still kind of thought this looked plain in the end, but realistically, like, I'm a pretty plain person when it comes to my decor. I really like it very simple, because then you can always decorate it with like florals or something next to it, like a vase full of anything, you know, a 3-tier tray. I mean, there's always all kinds of stuff you can decorate your really plain decor with. So I definitely just, yeah, I ended up being really happy with the way this turned out. Using one of these little like, oh my gosh, my words are just off today. My whole day is off, obviously. I'm just using this like little wood drawer holder, drawer box. Oh my, okay, we're going to not talk about that. You guys know what that is. And I'm just painting it the same gray, and then I'm using a acrylic paint pen and just kind of going just to make it look more like a windmill. I don't really know if this actually made it more like a windmill, but definitely doesn't look like a flower anymore. Then I'm just going to go back in with some silver and rose gold paint, and just to kind of give it more of like a galvanized / rusty look. And I think this was definitely needed. You can tell the difference like right away, and I'm so happy I ended up going back to do this because it just looks so much better. I also decided to do the same technique to the little wooden box just so it looked all cohesive and matchy. And then I decided to use the celery chalk paint by Waverly and just kind of dry brush around the edges because, like I said, this was kind of a really plain sign, a plain DIY. I thought about adding words, changed my mind. I just decided to add a box, add some greenery, these cute little corner pieces. This was also Scarlett's idea. Like I said, I can't really take credit for a whole lot of this project just because she did come up with the whole windmill thing, and then I was like, what can I do to make this not so plain? She told me to add some of those fun stickers that I love. I also decided to add these small little roses I had left over from Dollar Tree just to give it a little bit of color. And this is it for my first challenge item DIY. Second challenge item is these corn cob trays. This is the chalk paint and charcoal. I definitely changed my mind. Ended up going with this like Krylon gloss blue ocean breeze. Mine wasn't gloss, but I threw away the can before I could actually show you guys what this looked like. Anyways, I spray painted these corn cob trays later with that color, and then I'm just dry brushing with a truffle by Waverly. I was going to do something completely different, so that's why you see that I did 2 different colors of spray paint. I was going to like try to make like a fun like tray type thing with it. Then I decided that that wasn't going to work. I was just going to break these if I tried to drill holes where I wanted. Anyways, using some wood stakes from Dollar General because I'm going to be making a fun frame / sign, summer, spring sign. And then I just mixed a little bit of water with the truffle and Waverly chalk paint, and then I'm just painting these wood stakes. They are 28 inches long, and I love making stain with just some acrylic paint or chalk paint. I just think it dries fast, it works well, I can do it inside. I picked up this cardboard piece from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure exactly what it is. It seems like one of those like kid projects, like when they're doing like a science fair, they need those like really fun signs that stand up. That's pretty much what it is. So I'm just making it to look like shiplap, and I'm just using a straight edge, doing my best I can. So yeah, so a lot of my stuff I had to pick up at Dollar Tree. I feel like this is just not going anywhere with this DIY, but I promise you guys it will come together super soon. So cardboard from Dollar Tree, grab some wood stakes for Dollar General, corn cob trays from Dollar Tree, some spray paint, and then I'm just dry brushing with the same like mixed stain just because I had some left over, and I just kind of wanted this to be, I don't know, a little bit more rustic, a little bit more, yeah, we're going to say a little bit more rustic. So I just kind of dry brush and kind of put it along the edges of my shiplap Sharpie marker DIY shiplap. Now I'm just going to be making a little circle for the center of my flower. I'm going to be making a flower. I didn't tell you guys that. I'm going to be making a fun little flower sign, and then I'm just using this same paint, and I'm just kind of dabbing it with the top of my paintbrush to make it kind of look like a sunflower. It's kind of my theme I'm going with, except this sunflower is definitely going to be teal instead of yellow. And once everything was dry, I just took my hot glue gun and I just glued my frame right around this. Some of the, I don't know what happened with my measuring when it came to this, but you're going to see a couple of these are a little bit longer, but I just kind of made it work, and I really liked how this turned out. Even if I'm just using a piece of cardboard, you can make a really big sign. Like this is 2 foot. This is 28 inches long. So this is over 2 feet, which I think is really cool when you can buy a couple items from Dollar Tree and make this work. I actually did have to pick up some more corn trays. She just sent me one, and then I realized I just needed one more pack, so I did end up going to get 2 packs so I can make a giant flower. Like I said, this was also Scarlett's idea, was to make a big flower. That was her first thought when I was like, I don't know what to do with these. But then I'm like, no, I'm going to make a tray, and it's going to hang, and it's going to be all kind of, no. Like, I really just always need to listen to Scarlett. I'm just using some hot glue to glue this flower on. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of a sunflower. I kind of like the effect that the little corn cob trays have. I think this is just really, really cool. I think it's a really fun DIY to make with Dollar Tree items. So this is what it looks like when it is all done, and I absolutely think this is the cutest thing ever. But you guys, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, I would love you to hit that subscribe button down below. Also, don't forget to check out the playlist and watch everybody open their mystery boxes and see what they come up with for their challenge items. This is the absolute most fun collab that I have ever done. But that's it, you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!